Hey, Matthew, what would it mean for you as his quarterback if Cooper Kupp clinches the Triple Crown on Sunday?
It'd be awesome. It'd be cool to be a part of it. Obviously never played with a player that's been able to do that, to accomplish that feat. It's pretty special. So we'll see. I mean, the biggest thing on our mind right now is going to play a really good San Fran team, trying to get a win, win at home, continue to, find ways to win football games late in the season. But that's not something you get the chance to do every day, or every season really. So just happy for him and his success, and share a little small part in that is pretty cool.
Is there anything about Cooper that you've learned since you've joined the Rams that surprised you or maybe stood out?
A bunch of it stands out. I didn't know much about him other than what I had seen on tape. But just his ability to, understand the game of football, go out there and execute and play at a high level. His consistency as a teammate and as a worker is all time. So just appreciate the opportunity to get to play with him. I think everybody in the building probably feels the same way, and he does a great job of making all of us better.
Thanks.
Yep.
Jordan?
Hey, Matthew. It feels like another lifetime ago that you guys first took on the 49ers this season. But now that you're moving in and prepping for this matchup this weekend in an unprecedented week 18, what are some things that you diagnosed from the first time around that you guys think, maybe you could clean up or do better differently this time?
Yeah, definitely. We put ourselves, behind early. Obviously first drive of the game, threw one that I probably should have just run or thrown away. And they did a nice job of controlling the ball after that and scoring a touchdown. And not too long after that, we had the unfortunate, interception for a touchdown that was, a play that felt safe about just happened. And it's plays in football that happen. But, I think just got to do a better chance of giving ourselves a chance, and not shooting ourselves in the foot. And that's something that, has come up the last couple of weeks on the offensive side of the ball. So I got to make sure that we do a good job of making sure that we end every drive with a kick, whether that's a punt or a field goal or an extra point. And we do that, we're going to give ourselves a much better chance.
And, obviously before you entered the NFC West on the outside looking in, seeing how competitive it could get down the stretch, and now so competitive down the stretch, so much unsettled, even in, again, a week 18. What are your thoughts on having, played a full, 16 game slate at this point in such a competitive space?
Yeah, it's fun. It's competitive. There were a lot of good years. I feel like when I was playing in the NFC North, we had some great teams going back and forth at it. Felt a little bit like that. Obviously, different teams, different players, but it was a lot of fun going through it, and still got a little bit more to go.
Thanks, Matthew.
Claudia.
Hey, Matthew. The saying is defense wins games. How confident are you in your teammates who play the other side of the ball?
I'm very confident. Obviously they've been doing it at a high level for a couple of years now, and this year is no different. They're getting after the quarterback, turning the ball over, stopping the run, doing all the things you want to do as a good defense. So just happy that, I get to play with those guys, and it's great competition for us every day in practice to go against them.
Thank you, Matthew.
Yep.
Kevin?
Hey, Matthew, I think by next week, we're going to be asking you about playoffs. So building on Jordan's question about this season, when you look back over a year now, almost a full regular season with the Rams, how do you kind of sum up the ups and downs, the twists and turns of this ride so far?
Feels like a football season, they're all, not perfect. Got to find ways to battle through them, whether it's, losing a guy like Robert Woods or, some of the guys that we've lost on defense, or, bringing in an Odell Beckham or bringing in a Von Miller, or having games where you struggle and don't score and don't, win, and being able to battle back from those. So it just feels like a normal NFL season. Obviously a successful one at sitting at 12-4 after 16 feels good. But there's a bunch of work left to do, and starting with this week against a good 49er team.
It sounds like you think first about the obstacles that the team has overcome. Is that fair to say? Is that what you relish about a successful season?
Yeah, I think so. Not many teams is it smooth sailing all the way through, and finding a way to get through some of those tough times, some of that adversity with guys in our locker room is what makes this game special. What's what makes, football the greatest team sport there is. At some point or another, we're going to rely on everybody, and we've had to do that this year. And those guys have stepped up and helped us win football games. So it's finding a way to get it done every single week, no matter what, who's available to play, whether it was COVID, whether it was injuries, whether it's, hey, this guy just came in on a Thursday, he's going to try to play on a Sunday, whatever it is. We found ways to get it done 12 times and got a chance to do it for 13.
And given the fact that, as you say, every season presents these kinds of obstacles in different ways, what is it maybe that's most unique to you about this first year with the Rams?
Oh man, I don't know. All of it's unique. I think doing a better job and, overcoming it than I have in the past. I think 11 wins is the most I've ever had as a quarterback, and be able to get to 12-4 through 16, which is a traditional season. That feels good, but I don't know. There's plenty of work left to do. We're proud of where we're sitting right now, but we know there's a bigger goal in mind.
Very good. Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you,
Gary.
You mentioned, winning 11 games for the first time. If I'm not mistaken, if you guys win on Sunday, this would be the first time you will have won a division championship. Can you speak to that, achieving that goal if you're able to do it, and maybe take us through, have you been close in some other years in terms of winning the division?
Yeah, I've been close. I had chances to win it and didn't. Whether it's all the way up to the last week of the season or not, but it would be accomplishing one of the goals that you set out at the beginning of every season. You want to give yourself a chance to make the playoffs. We've accomplished that goal. Want a chance to win the division. We've got that chance in front of us. Get to do it kind of on our terms. We win the game, we win the division. And that's one of those things that's a rare opportunity to get. And when you get that chance, you want to go out there and accomplish it. So it would be great. And then we know there's a bunch of football after that, hopefully, and hopefully play at a high level.
Thank you.
Nick.
Hey, Matthew. Just talking about this 49ers defense, primarily, in the secondary, when you got Dante Johnson and K'Wan Williams and Jimmy Ward, if they're able to play, what makes those guys so difficult to match up against? Well,
I think, I'm expecting all those guys to play. Expecting them to be about as healthy as they can be coming into this game. But I think they do a great job of having a great marriage of rushing coverage. Their guys up front do a great job so they can play aggressive on the back end. They do a great job of keeping everything in front of them. They're sticky, aggressive. They understand concepts and, do a great job of just triggering, turning the football over, getting their hands on football. So it's a big challenge for us.
Thank you, Matthew.
Yep.
We'll wrap up with Kalen and Steve.
Hey, Matthew. I know you were the quarterback for Calvin Johnson back in 2012 when he was, setting records. I know you're a team-oriented guy, but, personally, how does it feel to be the trigger man for, a guy who's breaking a record back then and then nearly a decade later with Cooper? What does it feel like for you?
It's cool. It's a cool thing to be a part of. To me, it just makes me feel lucky that I got to play with two great players, in different eras. But what Calvin did was really special, and what Cooper's been able to do is really special. So both those guys would tell you they want to win all the games that they play in, and if they can have more receiving yards, it usually probably helps us win a game. There's no question about that. But both those guys are similar in their unselfishness and their just desire for the team to do well. So I'm happy that we're winning football games as well as, Cooper playing as well as good as he is.
And then real quick, like how impressive is Cooper's route running ability? Like how natural does this feel with you?
It's really impressive. I think, he does a great job, obviously getting open and catching the football, doing all those things. I think he's, probably one of the more underrated guys in the league after the catch too. He doesn't have a lot of 80-yarders on tape where he's running away from everybody, but the first guy is rarely ever bringing him down. He's doing a great job of making people miss and getting extra yards for our offense, which is huge.
Thank you.
And hey, Matthew, just, if memory serves, the last time you played the Niners is right when, Odell came in, Woods got hurt. Sony Michel wasn't necessarily incorporated as much into the offense as he is now. Just over this period of time, what is the comfort level now of having Odell where he is and Sony where he is and the way this offense is functioning?
Yeah, definitely. Those guys are more integrated into what we're doing. Odell, I think that was his first game here. He showed up on a Thursday and was able to play in the game on Sunday, which was really impressive and a testament to his ability to get ready and be a professional. But those guys feel a whole lot more comfortable going into this game, as do I with them. And, I think as seasons go on, teams evolve and change, both personnel and schematics. So it'll be a different game than we played them the first time, but it'll still be a huge challenge for us.
Appreciate it, Matthew.
Thanks, guys.